BCom Commerce Costing Methods Problems on Abnormal Gain presented by A.K. Mekala. Unit Costing Problems on Abnormal Gain, which we are going to discuss in this session. Problem number 1. Product passes through 3 processes M, N and O. The details of expenses incurred during the year 2019 is as follows. Units introduced in the manufacturing process M is 10,000. N and O, no units are being introduced, and cost per unit is rupees 100, and the materials for M, N and O are respectively 10,000 units, 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees and 5,000 rupees. In case of M, N and O, the wages have been given as 36,000, 98,150, 92,200, and the selling price of output per unit is, in case of M, that is 120, in case of N, that is 165, in case of process O, that is 250. The management expenses during the year were 80,000 and selling expenses were rupees 50,000. These are not allocable to the processes. Actual output of the 3 processes were process M 9,300 units, process N 5,400 units and process O 2,100 units. 2/3 of the process output of M. So how many units have been produced? So from that, 2/3 of the process M should be transferred to process N, and half of the process N should pass on to the next process, and the balance is sold. It is another half is sold. Then the normal loss of 3 processes calculated on the input of every process is, normal loss in case of M is 5%, normal loss for N is in case of N, that is 15%, and in process O, that is 20%. The loss of process M is sold at rupees 2 per unit, and that of process N is sold at rupees 10 per unit. Prepare process account and profit and loss account. First we shall see the master process M account. Units introduced is 10,000 into 100, that is 10 lakh. Then materials is introduced in this process M is 10,000, and wages given in this problem is, in this process given in the problem as 36,000. Then normal loss, how much is that? 500 units. It's when we calculate, then it's multiplied by 2, we get 10,000, and process M, to process N it is carried out 6,200. Then the rest of the things is taken to profit and loss account. So only 6,200 units have been transferred to process N account from process M account. Then how many, here normal loss is rupees 200, so 500 into 2 is 1,000. Then here in this case, debit side, that is 10,46,000 minus 1,000 is, we get some 1,03,000, 1,45,000 divided by the number of units, that is 10,000 minus 500, that is 9,500. We get here some amount. That amount should be multiplied by as 110. We have to multiply that by we have to divide that by 200 number of units. We get 110. So 110 into 200, we get 22,000. Then the rest of the amount is, that is 10,46,000 minus 1,000 minus 22,000, we get some amount. So that should be equally divided into 2:1 ratio, that is process N account 6,200 and process to profit and loss account 3,100, 2:1. So in the same way the amount should also be equated, 2:1. So totally we got roughly 10,000, 23,000, 10 lakh 23,000. So that amount should be equally, that amount should be divided in a particular ratio, that is 2:1. So now we should go to the next process N account. So from process M we have got the process N, that is how many units? 6,200 units at the rate in total 6,82,000. And in the same way how we have spent on process M account, in the same way we have some expenditure on process N account, that is materials 15,000, wages 98,150, and then we have some normal loss, that is in this problem also 930. Total amount is given in the problem itself, now 4,650. And apart from that we have to calculate this process N account. How many units have been transferred? Here how many units? Here we have 6,200 units. So 6,200 units, then under that half is sold out, and then rest of the thing is so in that case we get half of that is 9,200. Half of that, one half of the put is transferred. How many units have been transferred now? Half of the units, that is 2,700, that should be transferred to process O account, and then profit and loss account. So process O account is 2,700 and P&L account is 2,700. So amount is, how to find out the amount now? The amount should be found out this way. 6,82,000 plus 15,000 plus 98,150, we get that amount. From that amount we have to deduct this 4,650, we get certain amount. Then we should the rest of the amount should be taken as process N account and process O account. Process O account and P&L account. Then that is 50 1:1 ratio, that is so 4,05,000 and then 4,05,000. So when we add this amount we get 8,14,650. So here when we see the debit side, the amount is less by 19,500. So that amount should be now we have to find out the abnormal gain. We have to calculate the abnormal gain here, that is how to find out the abnormal gain? 6,80,000 plus 15,000 plus 98,150 minus 4,650 divided by 6,200 minus 9,300, you get certain amount. That should be multiplied by the given amount. So we get the amount, that is called how much we got now? 130. So that 130 into 150. 130 is number of the units, then 150 is the amount which we got by calculating this one. So 19,500. So here we get in the units column total 6,330, and in rupees column 8,14,650 on both the sides. Then from N account we got 2,700 units at the rate of rupees 4,05,000. In the same way here in process O account, materials is given as 5,000, spent on 5,000, and on wages 92,200. In this process also we have some loss, that is normal loss, that is 540 units. So that should be multiplied by 10, we get 5,400. And then we have to find out the how many units are being taken to process profit and loss account, 2,100. So here in this side, debit side we have 2,700, credit side we have only 2,640. So the rest should be taken as 60 units and multiply how to find out the amount as through 230, that is 4 lakh 5,000 plus 5,000, that is a process from n, process n, that is 4 lakh 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 92,200 minus 5,400, divide if we divide that we get 230 and the units is 60, multiplied by we get 13,800. Then these all the accounts like process M, process N, process O, profit and loss accounts, wherever we have written the process and loss account, that amount should be either debited or credited depending on the circumstances. So here in this case, here we have debited process M account at the rate of rupees 110 per unit, and process N account 150 per unit, and then process N, that is 230. So here how many units for process M? 3100 units. For process N it's 2700 units, and process O, that's 2100 units. We have to multiply by that. That is 3100 into 110, we get 3,41,000. Then 2,700 into 150, we get 4,05,000. And for process B, 2,100 into 230, we get 48,000, 4,83,000. Apart from that, we have some management expenses and selling expenses which is not allocable to the any process. So in that case, we have 80,000 and 50,000 should be transferred to the profit and loss account as expenses. And apart from that, company is making sales in case of M, N and O at the rate of 3,100, that is 3,72,000, and in case of N, that is at the rate of 165, that is 2,100, and O, that is 2,100 units at the rate of rupees 150. Then when we total of this account, in the units column we have 7,100 debit side. Even in the credit side also we have 7,900, but there is some variation in the amount column, that is so that variation should be considered as the net loss. If amount comes in the credit side, that should be considered as net loss. If amount comes into the debit side, that should be considered as net gain. So in the same way, we have to work out the other problems by referring this website, text or website.